and tells me to be Muslim secretly. But I would rather go to the masjid because I feel like I'm more positive. I'm in a more positive community, and there are people with less than a minute ego follow. What is that? Is that English?
I didn't write that.
Okay. Yeah. Look, the parent thing is always going to be a challenge. And we really need, the ummah really needs the parent versus child discussion. Because we only have lectures about the rights of parents, or we have lectures about the rights of children, but we don't actually have lectures and discussions about real situations that people are going through, and really talking them out. And even though Allah has given in the Quran, Allah has given amazing, amazing rights to parents. Unbelievable how many rights Allah has given parents. But Allah did not give those rights to parents as weapons for parents to use against their children. That is a crime, parents. Allah gave you those ayat so you can apply them to your parents, not to your children. You do not quote the ayat, Wabil Walidaini Ihsana to your children. You quote them to yourself, so you take care of your parents. Every time there are ayat about rights, they are not on the mustahiq. It's not the person who deserves them that uses those ayat. It's the person who owes them. Or the person who owes them who uses those ayat. But unfortunately, in the Muslim culture, because we glorify the rights of parents so much, unfortunately, parents themselves have they have been taking advantage of that position and really being psychologically, emotionally abusive. They've really abused that role. And it's not right. Allah did not say you are absolutely right in everything you do. Allah did not say that for any human being. You're not. And you cannot just use that, the honor, and your child will honor you, and you, children, me and you, whether our parents are right or not, we have to honor them regardless. And the only time we're going to disobey them is when obviously some harm will come, or something against our deen will come. We have to disobey them in that case. Because obedience to Allah comes first. But that does not mean that in Islam you do not have the right to have a reasonable conversation with your parents. And I do mean reasonable conversation. Angels asked Allah about the creation of Adam. Didn't they? You're creating someone who's going to spill blood? When you read it like that, it sounds disrespectful, doesn't it? Angels are asking Allah Azza wa Jal, why are you making this creature? But you know what? Their tone is respectful. And they have the right to ask something they don't understand. It doesn't make sense to them. That is not disobedience, it's not disrespect. And that is angels to the Creator. They have a right to ask. How does a child not have a right to ask his parents? This doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. You can have that conversation with your parents, but you have to maintain the ultimate respect. And you cannot lose your cool. They, however, will lose their cool. They will, and they will be abusive. And they will say very, very mean things. And they'll say, oh, so you can question me now? Why don't you become the parent? And they'll remind you of all the things you've done in your life and what they did for you and how this happened and that happened, and they'll make you feel like scum. And at the end of it all, you will massage their feet and you will ask the same question again, but Mama, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I love you, but it doesn't make sense. Chal batamiz. It'll happen. And that's fine. And you'll say again, Mom, I love you. But it still doesn't make sense. I know I'm batamiz. Slap me some more. But please tell me why this doesn't make any sense to me. You can have reasonable conversation with your parents. And parents, be ready for that. You can't be quoting the Quran when you're not even asking. You're asking them to do un-Islamic things and then say, Wabil Walidaini Ihsana. You know? How many parents asking their girls to not wear hijab? So many. So many. Take it off. What are you looking like that for? Nobody's going to marry you looking like that. Islam says you should blend in. They'll tell you, Islam says you should blend. And you're like, where does Islam say that? Be respectful. Or you're going to teach Islam now? Or did you put this thing on, you're a sheikha now? You know, you're a alima? Oh, I'm sorry, we can't ask you anything. No, do whatever you want then. Go, do whatever you want. And then you feel like terrible. But you should act dumb when that happens. When they say, do whatever you want. Say, thank you, mother. I love you. Learn to take those tense situations and lighten them up. I'm telling you from experience, okay? Every one of us are going to have challenge with our parents. We're just in that age. in the era where parents were raised in a very different world than you were raised in, and the world is changing so fast that miscommunication and misunderstandings are going to happen. But at the end of the day, they still love you. No matter what they've done, they still have some weird way of showing that love. It may be. It's a way that you don't understand. And you say, how could that be love? But it is. But you have to maintain, a respectful relationship, a moderate relationship with them. But there has to now begin to happen some serious respect, mutual negotiation, especially about the subject of marriage. Boys in the audience here, start talking to your parents about marriage. What age do you think I should get married? Your mom will slap you the first 10 times you bring it up. The 11th, 12th time, you can start, nobody's going to be good enough for you. They say, my favorite expression in Arabic, they say, Al-qirdu fi ayni ummihi ghazal. Al-qirdu fi ayni ummihi ghazal. They say, in the eyes of the mother, even the monkey looks like a gazelle. So, to your mother, you're a gazelle. You are this exotic creature. To everyone else, you're a gorilla. But that's okay.